Facts about the Aztecs. For kids, the Aztecs lived in Mesoamerica, or one of the last Native American civilizations. They ruled from the 14th to the 16th century. The word Aztec means someone who comes from an unknown location in Mexico. Aztecs were also called Mexica, the original name of Mexico. The Aztec Empire was huge and covered 80,000 square miles in Central America. At its biggest, over 11 million people served under their king. Their capital city, Tenochtitlan, was in the same place as Mexico City now. Mexico's capital was built on top of this city. Over time they became fierce warriors and made alliances with other people. This strengthened their political power, and through conquering other areas, they expanded their empire. Most Aztecs lived in huts made out of mud and straw. Outside they would grow food in the garden. Inside you'd find the sleeping area, cooking area, and somewhere to pray to the gods. The rich people, on the other hand, lived in palaces or homes made out of stone or brick. They even had their own steam rooms and saunas. Just like in many countries today, all Aztec children had to go to school, as it was the law. Unlike many countries at the time, both girls and slaves had to go to school too. Boys and girls learned different things. For example, boys would learn how to hunt and farm, where girls would learn about cooking and the home. What were the Aztecs famous for? The Aztecs were famous for their agriculture, art, and architecture. They made a calendar system, also built temples and places of worship. They were also known for being fierce and unforgiving. To please their gods, they sacrificed humans. The Aztecs believed in many gods and goddesses. In fact, so far we've uncovered 200 different gods in the Aztec region. How many of these gods do you know? The Aztecs were the first people to discover chocolate. They made a drink that's very similar to hot chocolate that we drink today. They believed that cacao beans were a gift from the gods. They hoped that drinking this chocolate would give them a godlike wisdom. And what about sports? The most popular Aztec sport was chalachi. They played this game using rubber balls and vertical hoops on opposite walls in the middle of the court. The game's goal was to shoot the ball into the hoop using their knees. The first team to score won the game. Aztecs had harsh punishments for crimes that seem simple to us now. For example, a person could get the death penalty for something as simple as cutting down a tree. You may not have known it, but the Day of the Dead festival originated with the Aztecs. It's now a popular tradition in Mexico that celebrates the dead and reminds people that we shouldn't fear death. Between 1519 and 1521, Herman Cortes defeated the Aztec Empire and made it into a Spanish colony. Some Aztecs didn't want to fight against the soldiers of Cortes because they thought that they were gods. Today, many Mexicans have Aztec and other Native American forefathers. People still use Aztec symbols in Mexico today. For example, on the Mexican flag there's a picture of an eagle with a cactus and a snake in its mouth. This was an Aztec symbol. Even the name Mexico is an Aztec word. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, have a lovely day.